G'day, freedom lovers and freedom fighters. I don't know. Do you want to do the freedom fighting or the freedom loving? I don't know which way you want to go. It's up to you, really. But as long as the word freedom's involved, I reckon it's worth the party. So, first up, apologies. It dawned on me that I had a conversation with Clyton Hawks and we were going to, have a trucking good time discussing trucking politics and whatnot, but turns out I forgot to sort of confirm that he was going to do this sort of thing. There was the, hey, I'll call you back sort of thing, and obviously between the two of us driving all week and doing our thing, it didn't quite eventuate. I just jumped ahead, and it wasn't until I sort of made it all up, and I'm thinking, shit, perhaps I should have checked that with you before I went to town. But it's okay, as fate would have it, my good friend Mark has come to the rescue. And look at the lovely present he bought me. Isn't that awesome? Found a Batman. I'll pull it apart towards the end of the showing and see what it actually looks like from the front. But, and it casts a lovely little Batman symbol in the background, which is pretty fucking cool, man. So, big thanks to Mark for that. Look, it's been a very interesting week. Another thing, I did make a post on Twitter and Facebook saying that a freedom fighter has defeated the police on various trumped-up charges this week. I was going to show you the footage that I've been holding for 2 years. But after discussing things with the legal team, we've decided we're going to hold back on that because we don't want it to affect matters that may present. So big congratulations to the victory there. I'm not going to name names and point fingers, but look, it's really good that our good friend has avoided potential jail time and whatnot. I just want to, say a big thanks, I guess, to the magistrate who actually did allow justice to happen. I'd love to comment more on it, but we'll have to wait for a later date. So, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. God knows how long this is going to go on. It's been 2 years we've been holding on to this story. It's like busting inside of me. I just want to show you what I have. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't do that. So, in the meantime, though, I'm going to bring up some Telegram stuff because I've got to bring up some files. While I'm doing that, I'll reintroduce you. Those of you who have been frequent visitors of the show will know Mark from, previous podcasts and whatnot. Let's bring him in now. G'day, Mark. How are you, mate?
G'day, mate. How are you? So far away.
Very good. Yeah, I know. Long way in a galaxy far away, waiting for the Empire to strike back, But, yeah, hey, man, thanks heaps for the wonderful addition to the podcast, man. It looks awesome, don't you think?
Your pleasure. As my Argentinian friend would say, your pleasure.
Your pleasure. It's definitely my pleasure. I find it looks cool, man. I can't stop looking at it.
I can't see it because I'm so vain. I'm not wearing my glasses on here.
I'll have to get you some contacts, brother. So, we're not going to talk truck and politics, but we are going to talk about healthcare. Would you? Subject. It is. I think everybody should be caring for their health, But there are times, obviously, when things go a little bit beyond a bit of personal management and our own ability to look after ourselves, and we seek some assistance from, what is supposed to be a medical service, so something that can sort of help us out there, in those times of need. Would you care to intro sort of your personal circumstances to that you wish to share regarding what we're going to show?
Well, it was about 3.5, 4 weeks ago. It was I was at work and moving some concrete blocks which weigh 65 kilos each. There's 5 of them, and I was doing it by myself, which I probably shouldn't have been. But what can I say? The young guys can do it. Why can't I?
That's it. You're still 13, aren't you?
Yeah.
18, 20, 25.
Nine. Yeah, the last number, the first number, and whatever it comes up to as a prime, that's what it is. So at the moment, I'm 9. But at the end of this year, I'll be back to 1 again.
Right.
That's the, in case, just to expand on that, that was the Jerry Lewis way of calculating age.
Rightio. Didn't know that. Oh, good call. Sips. Hope everyone's got their favorite beverage ready to rock at any random occurrence.
So, finished the day. I was all right. Went home. All of a sudden, next morning, I'm laying in bed about 10 o'clock in the morning. So the day off. Started to get this bit of a cramp. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was in extreme pain. No way I want to go to hospital. It was 2 in the morning where I went, oh, shit, I got to go. Call an ambulance, get up. They come up. I could hardly move. I walked down to the ambulance because I didn't want to bring a stretcher up the stairs, which I kind of get that. They set me up in the ambulance instead of laying me down. Get out to the hospital. Again, no stretcher or anything. Just walk on in. Get in there. They'll bring me some pain relief. Pretty much straight away is what they said. It was 3 hours of being in A&E, waiting in the reception area. When I went up to the reception to say, hey, straight away, it was 3 hours ago. Do you reckon we could, get me something? Took another hour.
Astounding.
What can I say? It's, the hands of government departments, they move so quickly.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, I ended up going after a bit over 4 hours going in to see a doctor. They offered me pain relief. The first thing that they offered me was fentanyl.
Oh, wow. Because we don't have a problem with that on the streets at the moment.
No, actually. And
it's not like people have, had any negative experiences. It's kind of like, hey, heroin. You haven't heard anything bad, have you?
Oh, I've got to put my glasses on. Heroin. Isn't that the name of a woman? Or...
That's right. Yeah, those heroines are the female saviors of a story, aren't they?
That's it. I sent I think Trace just recently.
Are we allowed to have heroes and heroines anymore? Or have they been split into about 52 fucking genders as well?
I think they're in the gender breakup. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Can anybody help me out with the pronouns of heroes? No, seriously, don't, please. I don't think I could bear it.
This is on in the United States as of the 21st of August this year. There have been 73,838 deaths from fentanyl overdoses.
Fucking hell. Wow.
But the doctors know what they're doing with it. So they tell me.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, me too. So anyway, before I actually got out to there, there's a photo there with just 2 little dots. Can you bring that up?
Sorry?
On your Telegram, there's a photo there.
Yeah, I'm just queuing them up now.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is in their triage area where they attempted to put a cannula into me.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get them in the right order to make sure that they're in the same order as has been delivered. Yep, that's looking good. Hang on, just let me prep them. Damn it. I hate the way it always goes for the last place you saved something.
Yeah, if we'd been thinking about this, we could have prepped this earlier.
Well, we were kind of thinking about it in some way, shape, or form. I was just kind of hoping that my original guest was going to come through. Hey, at least we're going to back up. At least we're going to back up, and thanks heaps for that, by the way.
Now that I've got my glasses on, I can actually see that backlight. It looks really cool.
It does look good. That's awesome. What do you guys out there think? Is the bat light, a wonderful contribution to the show?
And I think
Is it really helping?
From barbecue batty to barbecue Batman.
But why not? Why not? Actually, I got a soundboard thing that might come in handy here too. Where is my little soundboardy thing?
Why so serious?
There you go. Good old soundboard. Blackboard was telling me I don't use it enough, so that one's for Blackboard. I'm going to figure out what the hell I'm doing here in a minute. Where the hell? Ah, there it is. Cool. Sorry, I just got to convert everything. You know what? Stuff it. Let's just do it the easy way. It's not exactly the beautiful way, but it will get it done today instead of stuff arsing about.
There's one there, just two dots on my arm. I just want to bring that up to start with, because this.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah,
it's coming. It's coming. That folder didn't end up where I expected it to. There we go. Open sesame. Sips. So it's been an interesting week. Friday the 13th, eh? Here we are, Friday the 13th, giving us giving everybody a lovely thing. So you want the 2 dots with the little bandages on it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's failed.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want where I wanted to.
I try and put a cannula in my arm.
Mm.
First one, she couldn't get in, couldn't find the vein. Second one, she found the vein, she went right through it. So yeah, 2 fails. I said, that's it, no more. Let's get somebody who knows what they're doing to put a cannula in for me. So they then take me back out and into the waiting area, where I sit there for another hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually I get called in to see a doctor. The doctor comes out. She takes blood out of my right arm. No problem. She gets it. But she was a bit reluctant to put a cannula in. So she got a phlebotomist to come around and do it. That phlebotomist actually knows Tracy, who used to be a phlebotomist.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah, we had a good conversation about Tracy.
Oh, Tracy.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, she got the cannula in, no problem at all. Phlebotomist, doctors are pretty good too. But the nursing
people who
staff,
actually know what they're doing?
Yeah, the nursing staff have got no... Can I use the F word?
Oh, why not? I've used it several times already.
Oh, I haven't.
It's the Freedom Network. We got to have lots of F words when freedom is involved.
Have no fucking idea. They have no idea. I was in there for what was supposed to be 3 days, which ended up being a week. In the last 4 days, they came and took blood from me. You want to bring up that wonderful photo of my right arm?
So I've got a couple.
Nobody is grossed out by this. I look like an absolute
gross out warning. This is pretty bad. So which one of the 3 do we want to start with?
The one with the puffy vein in it.
So that one?
Oh, well, that one's an interesting one, because that was actually nothing wrong with that until a nurse came along and decided that she'd apply more pressure to the bandage and blew out the veins underneath.
Oh, Jesus. So that circular impression there is the circular bandage.
The circular bandage is where the circle is where the bandage was, and she pushed down on it so hard that it damaged all the blood vessels underneath.
Fucking hell. So are we going to this?
Yeah, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that's an artwork.
This is 4 days, 4 attempts to get blood out of me. Now, they can't say that I'm dehydrated, because I've been in hospital for 3 days already at this stage.
Yeah, if you're dehydrated, it's on them.
This is absolutely on them. The nursing staff have got no idea of how to take blood. Now, back in the 80s, when the nurses were actually trained in hospitals, not at university, I went out with a nurse here in Townsville, and she was constantly bringing home boxes of oranges and just constantly jabbing these oranges, because apparently when you put a needle through an orange, it's very similar to going through the skin.
Okay.
So they practiced it. They don't do that, I guess, anymore.
I don't know.
The phlebotomists do. The doctors do. The nurses don't. So, yeah.
Right.
So just absolutely...
It's far from what I would call healthcare. Like, you know, you like... It's supposed to be one of those simple sort of processes, and like, I mean, look, you know, I was a shit of a kid, and I fought off several nurses, and you know, probably have a bit of a trauma. I will not go near needles because of, you know, that kind of shit happening to me. But I was fighting, you know, like fucking fighting. You know, I don't take shit ever since I was a kid, and I still don't do it now. You know, fucking. But yeah, even then, I didn't come out looking that bad.
Well, I guess I'm not the easiest patient in the world, but I wasn't in any way, shape, or form abusive. I just said, you know, if you can't do it first, go get somebody who can. Because the phlebotomist will come around and just go, oh yeah, there's an vein there, bang, hit the arm, and you absolutely zero pain. Oh. I have a phlebotomist who's sitting beside me who tells me I've got good veins.
There you go.
There you go.
And of course, we got this stunning shot as well.
This is the last day, as I'm day before I left. In the morning when I finally did check out, I was showered, shoes on, dressed, ready to go. The doctor walked in and I said, either who's signing me out, you or me, because I'm not standing another day here, another night. And the reason that I got to that point was the previous night. Yeah, you can take that down, if you don't mind.
Fair enough.
The previous night, there was a nurse that was on, registered nurse. I actually had two working on me. There was a student nurse who was absolutely lovely. And she'd come in past me. She wanted to take my blood pressure, pulse, blood pressure, and temperature. So I'm dealing with her, and this other one's on my right. And she says, oh, so what drugs do you want? Okay, I'm the patient, but I'll choose what drugs I got. But we don't need the, what is it? It starts with a P. It's for the heart.
It's not Pfizer by any chance, was it?
I can't remember what it was, but it's a tablet you take. You know, when you're laying in bed constantly, they're concerned about blood clotting, and this particular tablet is designed to stop that. And they also put these compression socks on you, which I only wore for one day, because I was up every 2 or 3 hours wandering around the ward. You know, I wasn't stuck in the bed. So that the doctor said, "Well, you're not just laying around. You don't need it. You know." So she offered me that. I said, "Well, I don't really need it. So why should I put it in my mouth?" And I think I ended up taking a Panadol that night. And that was it. But the way she was speaking to me, she was pretty offensive, to say the least. We'd had a little bit of an altercation earlier because I had a drip in my arm. I'd had drips every day, so I knew that it should take about 30 minutes for the drip to finish, and they can take it off. 2.5 hours. So at about an hour and 20 minutes, I've got up and gone for a bit of a pee. Come back, and I'm standing out the front, and I'm looking at the thing, and it's still 3/4 full. And go, this ain't happening, you know. So
yeah.
I know I'm a very naughty boy, you see. I adjusted that, and of course I got my fingers slapped. Only the nurse is allowed to adjust that. okay, I'm a very naughty boy. What can I say? Tried to make light of it. Anyway, so when she came around the next time, she had an attitude. She wanted to have a go at me, and she said something that was really attacking, and I just paused. My ex-wife was actually in the room at the time, and she's really quite a placid sort of person. And she's kind of like stood back, shocked back, moved back. She was in shock. The student was looked at her and gone, "Wow, that's a bit aggressive." And I just went, I was so ready just to fire back. And I thought, no, hold back. So I paused. I paused the second time. I paused the third time, and she started, doing the eye to eye. I'm the boss. I'm in control, sort of thing. And I just looked at her and I went, "You know what? You're a really nasty piece of work. I want another nurse." Her response to that was just absolutely gold. "I'm your nurse. You're not getting another one. If you give me any more grief, I'll have security remove you from the property."
Oh, lovely. Another authoritarian with too much power.
Yep. So
God, I love it.
I did make a complaint to the hospital about it. They didn't respond within time, so I took it to the ombudsman. And about 20 minutes after talking to the ombudsman, I got a call from the hospital. And a few days later, I got a response saying that it was my fault and they have zero tolerance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, lovely. So you wonder why, if I'm feeling ill in any way, shape, or form, I'm waiting and I'm getting on a plane the next day and I'm going to the Royal Brisbane. Because regional Townsville is, if anybody's here in Townsville, if you're young enough to go and get private health insurance, I would highly recommend you do it.
It's Clexane you were given.
Sorry?
See how Clark said, is it warfarin? No, it was Clexane that you were given.
Clexane.
Yep, it was Clexane Clark.
Yeah, no, it wasn't warfarin they gave me. Actually, I've got there was two drugs that they had me on.
Clexane is a blood thinner. To stop you from in your belly.
No, I never had in belly. Yeah. They only had me on antibiotics, basically. They wanted to give me, as I said, what was it? The drug I said before. Fentanyl. Fentanyl. Okay. That was the first thing that they wanted to give me. I ended up on endone. Here we go. Can you say that? Because I sure can't.
That's inspiring. Well, while you're trying to figure out how to pronounce that word, I mean, my last experience with Townsville Bulletin, fuck.
Metropolitan or something.
The screen just went dead, man.
Jeez.
No, you can't see it.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, I can. That's what
Kind
it's called.
of.
Yeah.
Metronidazole?
Something like that, yeah. It's an antibiotic. So that's what I was on for the week. And one other.
Yep. My last personal experience is me. Actually, the last two.
Laura.
Last one was obviously the surgery, where
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura. How you going? Yep, you know that house. I wonder why. So the last time I was in hospital was to get me bloody hernia done, and that was a rush job and a half. You could tell. I mean, I look at the scar now, and fuck it, why not? I'll show everyone my horrible scar.
You're fucking kidding me.
Wow. Shit.
Go to Brisbane.
As you
mate.
can see, it is not fucking straight. If you're going to carve in, you could at least be somewhat artistic about it. Apparently, that was the good surgeon, so I was told. But I was asked Oh, do you mind if the apprentice has a go? It's probably the wrong terminology, whatever the student or whatever it was. Or, they're a third year and it's a very simple operation. I'm sure they'll be fine. Do you mind if they have a crack? No. Sorry. I have a feeling they'll let that fucker do it anyway, because if that was a fucking qualified one, truth. Yeah, I could dread to think what the one that wasn't qualified was going to do, because it is so far from straight. It's a horrible bloody job.
I had a hernia
Not to
operation.
mention, I was in and out of that place so fucking quick. I think I was there at 6 a.m, logged in on the table by 9, out the door before midday.
Really?
Yeah, no shit.
Mate, I had
They sent me home. Was it a boy or a girl C-section? Thanks, Jason. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it was a little baby VB, actually. What it was? Actually, no, I tell a lie. It was one of those little baby bottle of rums. But anyway.
I was just going to say, I had a hernia operation done in Brisbane at MARTA in about 94, I think it was. And, mate, you can hardly see the marking.
Yeah.
Doctors up here are just hopeless.
Yeah. I was astounded that I was out that fucking quick. But to be honest, I felt the service was so shit and the quality of what was happening there was so bad that I couldn't wait to get away there, because I felt that if I stayed there for too long, the fuckers were going to kill me. They were just horrible. No sooner had the surgery been done, I'm wheeled out. And next thing you know, bang, I'm awake. I'm being wheeled down the hallway just after they've finished the job. They've given me something to jack me back into the world. I'm like, what the fuck? I was somewhere else having a yarn with someone. Where the fuck am I now? What's going on? Oh, we're wheeling you into the, to the recovery ward or whatever. I'm like, did you fuckers give me something to wake me up? What the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, we woke you up. Why? Why not just let me fucking naturally wake up? We'll give you a shitload of drugs to put you down, and we'll give you another shitload to bring you back up again. Fucking hell, uppers and downers in a couple of hours. That's going to help recovery. And then while I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, bang, here into the recovery bed. Oh, so how much of this shit do you want? And they start, I'm not even sure what fucking opiate it was. They started pumping in. Right, can you feel pain? Fucking oath. Oh, another tap. Can you still feel pain? Fucking oath. Another tap. Can you still feel pain? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. It's me. I know what I feel.
Were you awake through it?
No, I was awake. This is after they've woken me up.
Oh, okay.
So, they've woken me up. I've been wheeled down the hallway, chucked into a new friggin' bed, and they're, doping me up again. So, it was a roller coaster. It was a full-blown roller coaster. In the end, I think I had 4 shots or whatever the hell it was before. Yep, cool. I feel good now. Oh, what would you like to eat? I don't know. What do you got? Yeah. Oh, would you like a ham sandwich? Cool. Is it a processed shit, or have you actually got real ham? I don't know. You're handing out drugs like cotton candy. You don't know what the fuck is in the food. Don't you think that might have some sort of reaction? Oh, I never thought of that. Thanks, love. Thanks. Why don't you serve it up? I'll take one look at it and I'll know if it's any good. Look it up. Yep, that's shit. Ham over the side. Fuck that. That's not food. So I ate a cheese sandwich. I didn't want to think too much about the cheese. I'm pretty sure it was just some sliced crap. Now, these people are supposed to be health providers. They don't even know what food is. Yeah, dude, I was like, cool. Get me my get me my help person. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me out of here. I couldn't wait to leave. These people are fucking incompetent. They are idiots. All they know how to do is fill you full of drugs and cut bad holes in you by the look of it. But the time before that was even better when I broke my toe. Lob in there at 11 o'clock at night. Fucking people all over the bloody joint. Basically, go home and see the GP in the morning. That was my other hospital at visit.
I'll just play the devil's advocate here and say it's not just Townsville. I got a friend down in Bundaberg, and they took and of course this is hearsay because I'm just telling you the story that I've been told. They took a young lad who swallowed I think it was a fishbone, and they tried the bread thing and all that sort of stuff. None of that worked.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's sitting in the hospital, in the Bundaberg hospital, for 5 hours, gasping, can't catch his breath before a doctor even had a look at him. So regional hospitals just
That's just hospitals in general. Well, I mean, for years, I can't think of a good time. I mean, obviously, when you go in a hospital, you're not having a good time. But I can't think of a, hey, these guys did a really good job sort of experience, you know, with hospitals. It's always been horrible.
The Royal Brisbane Hospital in Brisbane, back in, I guess it was the 70s, when the nurses were trained in hospitals. Doctors were...
Well, they actually got real life experience before, you know, having to treat people. Wow. Funny, that's a strange idea, isn't it?
Yeah, terribly stupid.
Yeah. You know, you should just, like, you know, play with dolls and read books and shit, shouldn't you?
Well, I think as long as they hit the right yes mark for their tests, you know, on the computer, they're good to go.
Yeah, 80% yes and no questions right. Beautiful. Off you go.
Oh, don't get me talking about mental health. Don't get me started on mental health.
That's a whole nother can of worms. I might have that discussion with, I do know a couple of people who used to work in mental health, and their opinion of that is about as low as our current opinion, you know, of the Townsville Hospital. But I mean, look, you know, I compare, you know, my Townsville Hospital experience with a broken toe was like, you sit there for an hour. Oh, we can only give you this, that, and the other. Like, well, I could have given myself, you know, bloody Panadol and ibuprofen and stayed home. In the end, I had to go home, set my own fucking toe anyway. Going to the GP the next day, the fucking GP goes to me, that's not broken. I think I know a broken toe, mate. I'll put it back together. Trust me, it's broken. Oh, no, it's not even swallowed. It doesn't have this. No, it doesn't look broken to me. I'm like, mate, it's fucking broken. We need this x-ray, or I need a certificate. Or, you know, I can't go to work like this, you know. Well, if you're going to be so insistent about it, well, fucking oath I am. Wrote me out, go down to the x-ray thing, got me x-ray, went back the next day. I'm like, right, now, apology, thanks. Oh, did old mate tell you? No, I told you yesterday. Told you it was fucking broken. Now, this is the point where you apologise, correct? Yeah, sorry. You were right. It is broken. Thank you. Glad I don't take shit from idiots, eh?
I guess when we recorrect something that is broken and it's swollen, it's sometimes hard for them to tell. So I remember years ago, I broke this bone here, and I shoved the knuckle, as you can see it, where you've got the nice little knuckle there. It's missing on this side. Okay. And I actually pushed it back to about this point on my hand.
Yeah.
And as soon as I did it, I was, oh fuck, that's not right. And I pulled it straight back and pushed it back to while it was still warm, because I knew if I left it, it was going to
swell up and fucking hurt. Do it while the adrenaline's raw.
Yeah. Pulled it straight back, put it in place, tried to level it all out, walked down to the doctor's like this, which is about a 1.5 mile walk. Walked in, saw the reception, said, I think I've broken my hand. Just broken a knuckle in my hand. Let me have a look. Oh, it's really swollen. Yeah. I'll get you into the doctor straight away. So next straight in. He had a look at it. He goes, yeah, I don't think you've broken it. It's sprained. I said, no, I think it's broken. He goes, no, I think it's sprained. I'm going, yeah, no, I'm pretty confident it's broken. He goes, well, what makes you say confident? I said, because the knuckle was down here and I pulled it back. He said, you what? Fucking what? I said, do it while it's fresh and before it gets,
Exactly.
So anybody who breaks a finger or something or other, make sure you put it straight back.
Yeah, just sort it out yourself. These people are useless. And that's the thing, you know, like the toe I fixed myself looks much better than the one I broke several years ago and got a doctor to fix. That one's fucked. It's got a big lumpy fucking bit where it's like healed, knitted together properly, improperly. They've just bandaged it around. When I fixed mine, I actually got a whole bunch of toothpicks and I carved them up into tiny little segments and made sort of like a little a bundle,
Splint?
you know. No, not a splint, a bundle of toothpicks, wrapped it in a Band-Aid and then wedged it in between my toe. Because, like, you know, when you push the two toes together, the broken bit will bend like that and it sets fucked. I learnt that from the one that the dickhead doctors set. They set it wrong. So I packed that part out so that the bottom, you know, like, because you got the two points where it's broken, the bottom part ends up going in, you know, and it ends up sitting like this because of the way they wrap the bandage around. So by propping it up, it pushed it out and kept it dead straight. So when the X-ray guy actually had a look at it, and he may have shown me something, and I had a look at the fucking bone, it was dead straight because I made that little wedge. So if ever you got a busted toe, you need to make a little fucking wedge, you know, to push the bottom part of the bone, particularly on a little toe, push it back out so that it doesn't fold in because you're just wrapping one toe next to the other, you know, and that's one of the big problems with it, you know. So the one the dickhead doctors set, they didn't think. The one I set, I did think. I put a little bit of grey matter behind it, no fucking medical training, just intelligence, and fucking sorted it out.
We're going to have to change the name now to Dr. Barbecue Batman.
Mate, you know, the X-ray guy may have suggested I start up my own clinic. I'm like, yeah, but the government ain't going to let me do it. I do the job properly. But, you know, that all aside, you know, I think it is important to address, particularly in this political climate, who's the CEO of Townsville Hospital at the moment?
Our old mayor.
One of our former mayors. Wow.
Yeah, and he was
amazing how
Mooney. Yeah, Tony Mooney.
Tony Mooney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And his son Liam Mooney just happens to be part of the Team Jenny Hill fucking crooks that are, you know, still unfortunately remnants of in council, correct?
Dr. Barbie.
Dr. Barbie, fuck off. Want me to bleach my hair fucking blonde and, you know, I'll get some elbow breast implants. Actually, that's a fucking photo I've got to bring up. There's a laugh. Seen this great photo on bloody Twitter today. Oh, the artist formerly known as Twitter, sorry. See if I can find it. Gold. Dr. Sip Barbecue. Sips Lisa. See, I find it fascinating that, you know, like obviously we got Troy Thompson, the media's most hated mayor, but as I understand, getting around town, most people actually seem to like the fact that he's pissing the establishment off. And then, you know, previous to that, we have Jenny Hill, who everyone just couldn't wait to get rid of because, yeah, there's definitely a great amount of questions I would like to see answered one day. And then prior to that, I believe it was Tony Money, as Sandy pointed out, was the CEO when the medical records were from, hang on, bring that back up, sorry. Tony Money was the CEO when the medical records from Jenny's car accident went missing. That's not said by me. Sandy said that one. Sandy, do you happen to have a link to an article of some sort or even anything to perhaps back that claim up? I don't doubt you, but there may be others out there who might. You know, I just want to make sure we hammer that point home with a fucking sledgehammer. Because yeah, it's amazing how certain things went missing. I believe it was even. Oh, Sips! Look at that, a whole glass of rum. Is there anything left in the bottle, Sips?
Mark,
what was
would
I
be able to
doing?
Mark, can I just
Yes.
say one thing? I
By
just
all
like
means.
to. so when you're just talking about your bandaging, I'd
Mm-hmm.
just like to maybe I might be able to top that one. So when I was
Mm-hmm.
working in the field, a teenage boy was playing football. Had got tackled, went to the doctor. The doctor did x-rays, broke his jaw in 2 places. The doctor put a bandage around his head, the top of his head, around his jaw, told the parent to then take him home and wait for the letter from the hospital because he'd probably have to see a surgeon.
Rightio. So I had to
So
wait for a letter.
Yes. So needless to say, that was a doctor from a different country that was practicing here. And he was to
You
go
will
home
get a
and
lot
wait.
of them.
Yeah, he was to go home and wait for that letter. Meanwhile, he had 2 breaks in his jaw.
Fucking hell. Astounding. Go home. It's all right. The letter will solve all your problems. It's it's almost as good as the checks in the mail. Now I got to find this thing. It's fucking gold. Oh, actually, there's a good one.
Thanks, Lisa.
Now I'm just gonna. You got to see this. This is a good one. You guys will like this. Going off on another tangent, but yeah, like, isn't it interesting how to finish that, close that point? How these people in positions of power just don't seem to go away, and wherever they are, things just continue to crumble and degrade around them.
Oh, I've got something I want to say, but it would get me into trouble.
Could you be any more trouble? I mean, you've been associated with me. That's almost as good as standing next to our mayor right now.
Thank goodness they can't read my mind.
Oh, shit.
If I'd taken the jab, they might have been able to.
Quite possibly. I feel like we might have to do the YouTube. Sorry, but you need to get onto a better platform. I'll give you this one last video, and while you're doing it, go check out the links in the description. Jump onto Rumble, jump onto X, jump onto Facebook, anywhere but fucking PooTube, because we're about to give PooTube the big wipe. So let's share this screen. I was seeing this one, man, and I'm like, he didn't. That is a Trump hat.
That is gold.
So, as we've seen in the for those of us who watched the debate, I call it a left hard interview. Where they assault the right winger, and they need 3 of them to gang up and do it. But here's the cleaned up shot of Biden wearing a Trump 2024 hat. Is this the result of them kicking him out like the dog did shit on the carpet? Like,
well, I just to play the devil's advocate again. You've seen footage of Biden, and it's not Biden, it's ring-ins. You can see the masks and so on.
Yeah, actually, I think I got a photo of that somewhere. The many faces of Biden.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, is that a real Biden, or is it
is it a real Biden? Which one is? Will the real Slim Biden please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Will the real Joe Biden please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
And if I had the pleasure of saying what I would like to say, I'd be in trouble.
Oh, mate, look, at the end of the day, you know, the way this misinformation thing, and we'll get to that in a minute, is going, we're all going to end up sharing, you know, some kind of a prison complex in some way, shape or form. You know, there's going to be so many of us locked up, they're going to be building new fucking prisons. And as I understand it, I can't remember who it was saying, but we will make space for these people. In other words, we're going to let the rapists, murderers, thieves, all the thugs and horrible people and, you know, the worst of, you know, of society, we're going to let them out. So we can lock up all the people who said something nasty about Elbow and posted a meme. I'll tell you what, you're going to have to lock up about fucking 70% of the country, I reckon.
74.
So anyway, on that Joe Rogan comment there, PooTube, sorry, bye-bye. You're getting a wipe.